You know that feeling when you're trying to tell a story in Portuguese and you get stuck? You want to talk about how things used to be, but the words just aren't there? Well, today we're going to fix that. We're unlocking that power with one simple, almost magical little phrase.
So let's talk about the past. I mean, every language is really about sharing our stories, right? Just think about yourself 10 years ago, the music you listened to, the things you did every single weekend. Being able to talk about that person you used to be, that's a massive step towards sounding natural and fluent. And that's exactly what we're diving into today.
So here's the big question, isn't it? How do you actually talk about those old routines, that person you were, the life you used to live? It's not just about listing things that happened. It's about capturing a whole chapter of your life that's changed.
And luckily for us, Portuguese has this beautiful, elegant solution. It's like a perfect little package that holds all that meaning. This was something I did over and over again in the past, but I don't do it anymore, all in one super easy-to-use structure.
Okay, let's get into the nitty-gritty. We're going to break down the used to formula. And I'm telling you, once you see this, you're going to start hearing it everywhere. It is an absolute game changer for your conversations. So the formula itself, it's beautifully simple. All you need is the verb costumar, conjugated in the imperfect tense. And then you just tack on whatever other verb you want in its original infinitive form. That's it. This combo is pretty much the perfect match for saying, I used to do something in English. And if you look here, you can see exactly how this is put together. Really, the only thing you need to get the hang of is conjugating costumar in the imperfect tense. So let's break that down right now.
Take a look at the pattern here. It's super regular, which is great news. For I, you've got el costumava. And hey, look at that. For he or she, it's the exact same, costumava. For we, it's costumávamos, and for they or you all, it's costumavam. Seriously, once you've got these few forms down, you can talk about literally any action you used to do.
All right, so then versus now. Honestly, the best way to get this to click is just to see it in action. When you compare the past to the present, what costumava does becomes crystal clear. Let's check out a few examples. Okay, first up, let's talk about work. Imagine someone says, Eu costumava trabalhar num escritório. I used to work in an office. That one word, costumava, tells you everything. It was a routine, it was the norm, and it's over. The contrast is so clear when they say, agora trabalho num banco. Now I work in a bank. Here's another one, this time about weekends. Aos domingos, eles costumavam ficar em casa. So on Sundays, they used to stay home. That was their thing. But what about now? Agora vão ao cinema. Now they go to the cinema. A new routine has totally replaced the old one.
And what's really cool is that this isn't just for actions. It also works for states of being, for how things were. Check this out. Ele costumava ser muito gordo. He used to be very fat. It describes his past condition. In the present, a complete transformation. Agora é magro. Now he is thin. Okay, one more, just to really lock it in. Let's look at Anna's study habits. Ana costumava estudar pouco. Ana used to study a little. That was her habit. The change is obvious. Agora estuda muito. Now she studies a lot. You see that pattern? It's all about that awesome contrast. So we've seen this on a personal level, but what's great is that you can use this same structure to talk about how society as a whole has changed. Let's talk about life antigamente, which is a fantastic word that basically means in the old days or back in the day. This quote, man, it just perfectly captures that feeling of nostalgia, doesn't it? In the past, there was no television. People used to talk more. That bit, as pessoas costumavam conversar mais. It says so much about a collective habit that's just kind of faded away. I mean, just think about how much is different. Before washing machines, people used to wash everything by hand. Before planes were a thing, people used to travel by train. Before everyone had a car, people used to walk a lot more. They used to write letters. They even used to go to the theater instead of the cinema. Each of these paints a picture of a totally different time.
Okay, so we've gone through the formula, we've seen a bunch of personal examples, and we even looked at some big societal changes. Now it's time to wrap this up and get you ready to use this for yourself.
If you only take away one thing today, let it be this. The verb costumar in the imperfect tense, plus any other verb, that is your golden key. That's your used to do something toolkit, all wrapped up and ready to go. And so I'm going to leave you with a final question. For you,
O que é que você costumava fazer? What did you used to do? Seriously, think about it for a second. What routines defined a past version of you? What habits did you leave behind? Because now, you have the perfect tool to tell that story in Portuguese.